Countdown.
5, 4,
We are pulling in 4, 3, 2, 1.
Halt! Entry is restricted. Surrender your weapons and follow me.
surely we can
Dude, the
come
3
to
came out. Looks
an
awesome.
alternate agreement?
There will be no agreement. Lethal force authorized.
What you gonna play next remix? And why Death Knights? Why Death Knight? Because I like playing the Death Knight. And I like playing who I like playing. I like playing the Death Knight. So I have extra, I back up Death Knights. And what am I gonna play next remix? Next remix, I'm gonna try to level one of each class. Because there are actually mounts that are gonna unlock if you level one of each class. So I'm kind of hoping to level one of each class next remix. Come on. Okay, I definitely did not pull those. So, yeah, we're going to play one of each class next remix. Easy mode. One for the bronze, because every time you got a character to max, they would give you a ton of bronze, like 20,000 bronze just for leveling your character, which was awesome. And then 2, that beam's new. And then 2, we're going to do it for the mounts. There's going to be new mounts and stuff, so we're doing it for that too. You're going to level a druid to become your main next expansion. Nice. You going to race change it? Because the new druids look awesome. Well, I actually don't know what their druid forms look like, but the characters look awesome. The bronze for cosmetics only this time, not for power level. I saw that. That's all. I think that's a really good idea that they did that. But also, I think that they're going to give us a lot less bronze because they did that. So they're going to give us some other currency for leveling. And this other currency is going to be like a portion of what the bronze is that they're giving us.
Watch your step.
What do you mean race change it? So when you level a character, I'm like trolling this poor melee. Him and I keep stepping out on this opposite ways.
Watch your step.
So when you make a character, like let's say I made Lavenza's Night Elf, right? And for some reason I want Lavenza to be like a Vulpyran, right? I could pay to race change my character so that now it's a Vulpyran. I think it's like $20 in the Blizzard store.
Watch your feet.
Careful with the swords. And I do think it's awesome that the bronze for cosmetic only this time. I think that's going to be a huge improvement to the remix. Don't forget, if you dropped your weapon, you need to go and find your weapon and pick it back up. Interrogation. Run the interrogation away from the boss. You want to focus down this cage as soon as he's run the interrogation away from the boss.
Watch your feet.
Grumpy, how long have you been playing the game? Like, what expansion did you start playing in? 44% left on the boss. Careful with that interrogation. The Burning Crusades. Gotcha. 33% left on the boss. He is almost dead. Step left or right to avoid the boss's frontal.
Drop your weapons, or I will seize them.
18% left on the boss. Interrogation. You want to run away from the boss with interrogation. Got Androx's minion. Fighting down Androx's minion. I think our damage is split. There we go.
Watch your feet.
Alright, boss is dead. I'm coming. Okay, that was a little bit funny how slow I am compared to the other guys. We're pulling this guy outside. Watch those beam slicers. Actually, because of those beams that I recommend pulling these guys outside. You can turn your camera whatever angle you want. You don't have to worry about the beams, and you can spread out as much as you want. Careful with the beams again. Okay, pull in the ad. You want to make sure that everybody is inside the circle during this ad, or the ad will grab people and pull them into him. Beam slicer. Careful with that beam. You do not want to walk your party through that beam. Affix is up. We're focusing down our affix. Beam slicer. We walked our party through the beam. 42% left on the boss. Lockdown. Be careful with that lockdown. There's nothing to attack. We were pressing our rotation, the thing was already dead. Remember that these ancient core hounds have to die at the same time. If you kill one ancient core hound and then try to kill the other ancient core hound, the second ancient core hound will actually heal back to full. Now, I think you have like, as long as they're within 10%-ish, you're fine, I'm pretty sure. But you do not want to kill one and then the other. Grabbing the Triceratops. Grabbing the cats. I got this random speed buff from this evoker. It's kind of awesome, actually. Watch the frontal. We want to focus down the apex. Nice. Somebody already put a skull on him. Smart place to stand. We want to focus down these cats. Be careful not to stand on top of the... Be careful not to stand between the person with the charge and the charge itself from the Triceratops. You want to make sure you just step left or right, let that frontal go off on the person who it's going to go off on. And don't stand between them and take extra damage.
Tazavesh has a profitable venture. Hopefully this inclines them to aid our own.
What I need is a distraction. Friends with sharp teeth.
Sorry, he'll come in.
This beast will do nicely. Wait, how did that beast escape from its cage?
Pulling all these guys together. Hyper beam. Careful of that hyper beam. Watch the fire falling from the ceiling.
A willing sacrifice has been prepared.
It says kick on star. We gotta focus down this ad here. I'll come to the heroic raid tomorrow with my rest of shaman. Got it from 650 to 660. Or from 650 to 690 today. With just delves. Nice, congratulations, Free. That's awesome. I think that I gotta look at what my small tank is. I think I'm gonna bring my small tank to the raid tomorrow. To the community raid. And then I'll switch my other tank if it's too much for the small tank. But I want to see what actually we can pull the raid at. Like how small can we actually be?
Run.
I want to say 680, probably. Is probably the minimum you can be for a heroic raid.
Watch all.
But we got down 2 bosses last week. Almost 3. I think this week we get 3 down easy.
Run.
Pulling this
Target you.
Pulling this guy in. Careful of those circles. Now, if you guys are wondering, why are you tanking him in the corner? The reason we tank him in the corner, we actually like to put him all the way in the corner during this cast. When he starts to throw his venting orbs here, most of his venting orbs are going to hit right here off the wall, and we can just pick up all the orbs with the blue stuff. Don't even have to think twice about it.
Variable dimension tumblers were keeping me out?
So ideally when he dies like in the corner. You can do it in this corner or you can do it in the opposite stage corner. You just want to make sure that he dies in a corner so you can pick up all the orbs. Last boss. Pulling the boss over.
Target change.
Chains. Focus down the chains. Sucks that the chains went on the guy with the circle.
Run. Keep moving.
Remember that if you have the circle on you and you pick up the orbs, you get a buff. If you do not have the circle on you and you pick up the... Oh, but also, thank you, Free, for coming to the community raid. I forgot to say that.
Target you.
I'm off to Dreamland. Hope you have a good night. Good night, Furrow. And I will see you again next time. Good luck out there.
Run. Keep moving.
Picking up all the orbs. Getting ourselves a buff.
Target change.
Good news is, as a Death Knight, you can be walking chains. You get your chains on, you still use Death's Advance and walk around with them. So you don't even have to worry about it. The party just basically cleaves the chains off of you. Going to the next area.
In return, we ask only for Katerzai's signature.
Our signature is a fair trade, especially if it results in your departure.
They're pulling this guy at the top of the stairs. Dude, this Demon Hunter's done everything. He's got the AOTC mount. He's got the 3K mount. I haven't seen him get on the Gladiator mount yet, but he probably has that too. 3,400. 34. 24% left on the boss. This ad really does hurt, and he also does yeet you. I was going to use his kick as a speed buff. No, we actually want that.
May be of help in acquiring Zoe's signature.
We want that, and we want this.
This place is a disaster!
Wait, who is that? Oh, where is Basim?
Alright, so we timed Hero weird. We still have 6 minutes on Hero. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish off this pull. We're gonna pull the trash from the mailroom. And then we are going to go and do the puzzle if we still have time, so we have Hero on the mailroom. Gotta be careful with these shields here. You want to do mailroom with Outlast? Okay.
A willing sacrifice has been prepared.
Bring him out, please, of the mailroom. We'll bring him out of the mailroom as soon as we're done with the other thing. We gotta go do a puzzle. I think our keyboard's getting more clicky as it gets older.
My wares?
Skullhead. Skullhead goes to the back of the room. He's really thinking about this whole corner Skullhead thing. He's like, maybe I'll give you the next prize, maybe I won't. Oh, we didn't have the Skullhead? It was bugged. Oh, got it.
May I remember, everything has value.
Alright, we're gonna be careful with these guys. Make sure these guys are all out of the way.
A willing sacrifice has been prepared.
For you, I offer only the finest.
I'm gonna try to get all these off of our healer. Gotta be careful with those circles. Make sure you're using defensives during those circles. Watch the Pierce cast. 40% left on this ad. The password is pause for effect. Jade Palm.
Bring on the next band!
Picking up our instruments. Now you want to make sure that you actually get the buff here. So you want to make sure you actually run over those music notes and use your instrument. Because this instrument, actually, he does give you this jazzy buff, which is a haste buff. Now, if you get enough of these instruments in a row, the buff does turn red, and you get a haste and damage buff, which you'll need during the shield phase. So you want to make sure that you're watching all of your music notes, and you're getting your music notes when you see them. There are certain phases where you do have to do music notes in the middle of the pull, and you just want to make sure that you're picking up those music notes, or your jazzy buff, your upbeat tempo will go away. So like right now we still have 7 seconds on our buff. You just want to go back on your shape. And the buff cleared, so we're starting over. We get every single music note and we get a buff again. You get a couple of the music notes, you get a haste buff, you get all of the music notes, and you get your haste and damage buff. Ideally, you want your haste and damage buff, especially going into the boss fight.
Defensive. Interrupt.
You want to make sure you're interrupting. Menacing Shout. Hero just came up.
Spread.
Suppression. So during the suppression, if you look down around the boss, anybody with an instrument will have a cast right after his suppression cast. So right now there's music notes. You want to just keep an eye out and make sure that you're picking up your music notes if you see them, especially in the middle of the pull, because you don't want your buff to fall off.
Defensive.
We want to focus down the ad. Back to the boss. We won't break his shield before this final warning.
Defensive.
Watch the security slam. Make sure you're using defensive. Security slam is going to be a burst of damage. Walking back out of suppression.
Shockwave.
Boss has 6% left.
Interrupt.
Menacing Shout. I'm going to interrupt Menacing Shout. Alright, we are going back out and we are going to the mailroom. Easy mode.
Vigor is shown. My establishment would not survive another.
Apologies, Almiser. We desperately need your signature.
Cartel Soul's underhanded dealings have not escaped my attention. You may have my signature, as long as you never again bring destruction to my oasis.
Alright. So the mailroom ads are not super easy to pull. But if you're really skilled, you can get all the mailroom ads out at the same time. And maybe use a speed buff from the healer.
A willing sacrifice.
Now they are super easy to stack once they're out of the room, because we can just use our Gorfine's Grasp and we can stack them all. What you want to be careful with is be careful with the chickens. If any of these guys stayed behind in the room and opened the chicken cage, well, you have to deal with chickens. And the chickens do stun you. Make sure you're interrupting the spam filter. And you are using CCs or interrupts on the workers because they do put a bleed on you. They put this letter opener bleed on you. That's going to tick for almost 200,000 damage every second for 3 seconds. Now, the reason you want to be careful with that letter opener... The reason you want to be careful with that letter opener cast is because the bleed does stack. And you want to make sure that you are not letting that bleed stack. That's pretty good. We got all but one. Fan mail. Watch your health during fan mail. Don't forget that is AoE damage to your party.
Stack.
Stack in the money order.
Special coming.
68% left on the boss. Packages are coming out. Mail thing is in the back. Losing my voice from talking too much. Throwing our mail things into the mail chute. Thank you, whoever did that. Careful with this purple stuff. I got it.
AOE incoming.
Watch this fan mail. You want to make sure you're using defensives during fan mail. Stack in the gold. Boss has 42% left. If you're wondering which one's going to open, just look for these rail things. They're going to show yellow and then blue. So they're all red, but then when they're about to open, they'll turn yellow. And then once they're open, they'll turn blue. So if you can't tell which one's open at a glance, look for the yellow or blue lights. You also always want to make sure that the packages land inside. I should have trusted the pug a little bit and stepped out of that. You always want to make sure that the packages land inside of the chute and not on the edge, because if they land on the edge, they'll blow up your party.
We have all the signatures we need. Let us not keep Solia waiting. You are quite welcome, whoever you are. Now, we are in need of Zoe's signature.
Hello, Bob Johnson. Welcome to the stream. How are you today?
Excuse our intrusion, Solia. I hope we caught you at an inconvenient time.
Al-Dalil, is there no sanctuary from your filth?
Hear me, Solia.
No, Bob Johnson is not.
Brings only suffering.
Bob Johnson is not art.
And power.
Bob Johnson has his own theme song. Don't agree to that, Bob. It's Bob Johnson. It's complicated and it's a mess. So
A willing sacrifice has been prepared.
well, that's not super ideal. Okay. So you want to make sure you're looking up at that circle, looking to see which portal it's going over, and then going through the portal that's going to keep you alive. I was not paying attention. That was my bad. Alright, so portal again. Bob. This Bob Johnson could be South Lucky. No. It's don't encourage it, but How was your vault today? Did you get anything good from your vault today? It's Bob Johnson.
Brings you power.
Going through the portal.
Strike from beyond reach.
We're gonna miss the ad, the affix. But that's okay. We have time. We just gotta watch our health. Not you saying it under your breath. Just subject change. Well, it's just like, never mind. How am I not banned? I don't know, Val. I keep asking myself the same thing. Great subject chain. This Bob Johnson Volt was good. Mythic chest on Paladin. Nice. How about me? I got a mythic chest too. I actually got a mythic chest. I converted it over to I converted it over to a hero set piece. So that's pretty much the chess piece for the rest of my season. Oh, dang. That's the chess piece for the rest of my season, unless I get something with, like, avoidance or leech or speed. Because, yep, I got a mythic chess piece. Converted it. It's awesome. So, congratulations on your mythic chess. That's huge. Did you get anything on your alts? Anything good on your alts? Or how were keys today? Were keys good today? So we just timed 11 Tazavesh Streets of Wonder with 4 minutes left.